What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Jen. So for today's video, I'm really excited because I'm actually going to be showing you my new makeup routine. There's a couple things that I want to share with you today since I've been doing things a little different. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. As per usual, the first thing that I'm going to be starting with is my primer, and I'm going to apply it with the tips of my fingers. Kind of like that amount. So I'm just going to be doing this whole thing. And I know you can see that I have hella pimples, but tell me why. This is my fault. I mean, don't tell me why. I know why. I mean, I don't really have to explain myself why, girl. But okay. So moving on to my color correcting, which is the new thing that I've been doing because, as you can see, I definitely need it. I'm going to be grabbing the Wet n Wild color correcting wheel, and I'm just going to be using the green shade right here. With a regular flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to be grabbing a little bit of that product and just tapping it, you know, like I'm just not shy about it. And I'm going to be using it on the spots where I have my pimples. That's a lot of product, like I went a little bit too ham. And this one just decided to appear like a day and a half ago. How rude. And it's just such in like a weird spot. And so there's this other guy right here. I got a little guy all the way up here. Oh, and then I have this little scar right here. And then there's a little spot right here. And then there's this other one right here. And I actually did give a break to my skin for a couple days, but it's just, you know, it's just mad at me. I can't do anything about it. I just gotta like deal with it, let it be, and yeah. So now that I look like this, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a different color corrector color. And for this one, I'm actually going to be using the Smashbox color correcting stick. This is the orange shade, and it is a little bit busted because I decided to sharpen it with the wrong sharpener, and then when I tried to fix it, it just didn't like me back. So what I'm going to do with this guy is that I'm going to be applying it under my eye, where it is like the darkest area on my face. And I'm actually going to be using it a little bit on the sides. And then just all around my mouth, because we already know that, you know, being a little bean, you definitely have a shadow around your mustache area. But that's okay. We can always fix it. We are here to fix things, people. We are here to fix things. Just saying. Tell me why I wasn't recording just now. So if I didn't get on the last clip, I'm going to say it right now. The stick corrector, it does take a little bit longer to work with just because of the formula. But I don't think that's a bad thing, honestly. Can work at this side over here. I almost forgot. Damn, I kind of removed this one. Okay, so I'm going to be really honest. The Wet n Wild correcting palette, I don't use that as often as a stick just because I normally just go with the orange corrector instead of the green one. But since I had, you know, these pimples right here, I decided to grab it. But I do think that there's way better products, no shade, but I do think that there's way better products out there. But now that we look like this, I know it looks a little bit crazy, but we all know that foundation does a trick, especially if it's like a full coverage foundation. You're gonna be fine. I'm gonna be grabbing the Maybelline Superstay foundation, and I am in the shade 128. So I always like to start off with the pump, and then if I need the other half a pump, then I'll do it. But just with my finger, I'm going to be applying it on my cheek. I do like to go in sections just because I feel like I make a better use of the product that way. Okay, so with my flat kabuki brush, I'm going to be blending this out. So I got most of my face, more than half of my face with a pump. Usually, if you're like, if you don't need that much of coverage, or if you don't want to, like, you can get away with only using one pump. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to be moving on to the concealer. Now I grabbed the mini Tarte Shape Tape because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, and because I'm always afraid of not getting the right shade because I tend to do that a lot with my foundation. But this is like my third time using it, and oh my god, there's no going back. Like seriously, this is so good. So I'm just gonna grab this little guy and I'm going to apply it just under my eyes. This little guy hurts a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. With the Beauty Blender, I'm going to be blending this out. I'm like trying to not use the mirror, but it's like so awkward. Where do I look? For brightening, I'm going to be grabbing the Instant Age Rewind Eraser by Maybelline. I've obviously used this before, and this is in the shade Neutralizer. And I'm just going to be applying it again, just like under my eyes. A little bit on my nose. Going back with my Beauty Blender, I'm just going to rotate it and start dabbing this in. So for this one, I necessarily don't like to spread this like all over. I just kind of want it under my eyes because, I don't know, sometimes I just feel like I just want it under my eyes, you know? I mean, I guess I drag it out a little bit, but it's not like down and out. You know, one thing that I was going to say is that don't be afraid to like squeeze this Beauty Blender. I don't know if it's just me, but for some reason I feel like sometimes I'm like afraid of makeup and like afraid of the things that I use. And I don't know, one day I was just like realizing like, hey, you can squeeze this freaking Beauty Blender all the way if you want to. Like, don't be afraid to make it hella like small, because you need to get inside this little area right here, you know? I feel like before I would just like try and like do this whole thing, and it's like, no, girl, you need to squeeze it in. Oh, just on my nose. Okay. See? It looks a little bit more bright. So now that I have blended out my concealer, I'm going to be moving on to my contouring. And for that, I do like using the NYX contour stick. This is in the shade Medium Tan. And so what I like to do is that I just like to draw the lines just like that. And then I'm just gonna blending this upwards. And I try to blend it out as close to my hairline as possible, just so it seems more real, I guess. And if I feel like I want a little bit more of a definition, then I'll just kind of go back with this shade and just I'll add a little bit more product onto the side right there. I prefer to add little by little than freak out on how much I applied. So now that I've done all of this, I'm gonna go ahead and set everything with my Morphe Banana Powder. This is the Bake and Set Powder. So with this little guy, I'm just gonna be going in just right on my chin. And then I'm just gonna be setting my nose. With a bigger fluffy brush, this is the Real Techniques 201. I'm just going to be going all over my face. This obviously has like less product, and that's what I want. Moving on with my ankle blush brush from e.l.f. I'm actually going to grab the True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade Cappuccino. Just tapping it on here and then taking off a little bit of that excess powder. Just going to be going like upwards a little bit. Just look at how pretty. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty. And coming on the other side. Starting from the back of my ear, I'm just going to... I tried to tap it in instead of like swiping it, but then I end up swiping it because I want things to be fast, but tapping it works better. So I do like a defined jawline, and I like to hide this little chin, and then I'm just gonna be doing it a little bit on my nose right here. Okay, so this is a very exciting moment for me because I've been wanting to use this product for the longest time. I'm so excited for this. Just look at how pretty. I'm just gonna be dipping a brush in here and I'm going to be putting it under my eye right here, and then let me just see what it does. I grabbed a little bit of product because, you know, I'm shy. Holy guacamole. Okay, well, now I'm not shy. Dude, that looks pretty. Okay, and I'm going to the other side. Okay, I feel like I need to go with an angled beauty blender right here to just kind of like, because I didn't contour my nose. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of that product and I'm just going to apply under where I put the bronzer, just to define my cheek a little bit more. Moving on to my blush. For the blush, I actually ended up using the LA Colors blush. This is in the shade Valley Girl, and it's just this like super pretty pink type of blush. Because I want to define my cheeks just a little bit more, I'm going to be grabbing the Morphe Bronzer product. This is just like a contour mixed with a bronzer, and this is in the shade Fabulous. No, Fantabulous. What's with the names, man? We'll be going to bin. Oh my gosh. Just blend this out. Just blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. So this product is definitely like super pigmented. Be shy with it, I would say, if you are a shy type of person like me. I really need to stop talking like that. I'm so sorry. Dude. It looks like I have makeup on today. I'm wearing black, so that kind of like neutralizes my whole vibe. But damn! For my lips, I'm going to be grabbing the NYX Matte Lip Liner in the shade Soft Spoken. Okay, so I went ahead and went off camera and applied my lashes, and also I actually applied a little bit of bronzer on my lids just to give it a little bit of color because I don't really want to do an eyeshadow. And I am going to apply a highlight. I feel like a highlight is going to look so cute with this pink blush, and it's going to bring everything together. So I am actually going to be grabbing the Carly Bibel palette with BH Cosmetics. This is the deluxe edition, and I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. highlight brush, and I'm going to be grabbing, don't mind my pan, it's a little bit old, but I just love it so much. I'm going to be grabbing this pink one right here, just like that. I'm going to just tap it in. Same other side. I'm going to be grabbing that same highlight and I'm just going to apply it in my inner corner right here. I'm going to be grabbing the NYX retractable eyeliner, and this is in the shade White. Now I'm just going to be putting that in my bottom waterline. Just gonna grab that. I'm just going to, just right here, Just right here, just to be cute, just to be cute. Just gonna blend everything together now with my bronzing powder just to make it seem seamless. Oh, and for my lips, let me just tell you what I used because I did it off camera. For my lips, I used the NYX matte lip liner in the shade Brunch Me. I did started using the soft spoken shade, but it was a little too dark, so I just wanted to keep it light. And this is it. This is the completed look. I really like it. I think it's pretty cute and it's simple. I hope that you guys liked it, and if you guys do want to try the color correcting, just remember to not be scared if you look a little crazy, because we all look a little crazy when we're doing our makeup anyway. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember, stay tuned for the next one because I will be doing different eyeshadow looks and I'm really excited for that to come out. If you like this video, then you can go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.